All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to get ready to get started here in just a second. If everybody will have a seat, and so I can make you stand to say the pledges after that. We'll wait 1 second while everybody's finished up over to the side here. All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it serves, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right. First, a couple of quick announcements. Number one, my apologies for sending out information telling everybody to park inside and the field that's outside the building here. When we arrived here today, we found out that field is being used with all the heavy equipment and stuff like that. And I'm like, there's no sense everybody trying to park around this stuff. That's why we end up having you park out there. Last minute change, didn't know that was going to happen. Of course, I didn't know we were going to meet in this part of the fairgrounds this week or this month until like last week and stuff. So that was a sudden change too. They wanted us to push it back till next week. I said, I can't do that. It has to be this week. So they ended up providing us with this room, which we kind of like better. It's a little bit more quieter. You don't have to worry about the air conditioners. It's nice and cool. And a little bit better on the sound. All right. The other thing I want to mention real quick is make sure you have gotten the tickets for door prizes. Hopefully Rick has given out door prize tickets. If not, we'll get some to you guys. Again, we got a bag of goodies of different types of connectors. Looks like coaxial tape. There is a soldering station. Everybody needs a little bit of heat shrink. And I'll sit there and say this right now. There's two in each of the envelopes of free pastrami project sandwiches or meals. He brought two for Michael and I Friday night. They're great, guys. If you win this, you need to go redeem it. Whoever won it last month hasn't come. Yeah, so whoever won last month, it hasn't gone yet. If you won it last month, if you like pastrami, you're gonna love this one. So they were really, really good. And thank you for bringing the sample. It's really good. I highly recommend it. So, but it's great because normally I don't get to eat about 10:30 at night on meeting nights. So it's great to eat a little early tonight. Okay. A couple other little quick things I want to mention. On the test session tonight, we had 13 people take the test. 10 people did pass. It was a mixture between a bunch of new technicians and then, of course, some upgrades from that. So, if you're here tonight, you took the test and you passed it, great. Congratulations. We'll introduce you in just a second. And I'm hoping those same individuals will have taken the chance to become a member. OARC sits there and provides everybody who passes their initial exam at OARC gets a free membership for a year. So we welcome those. Actually, let me go to that now. Is anybody still here from the test session or new members? Stand up for just a second. We get to embarrass you for just a second. Yeah, you're now amateurs, so you have to get used to talking to a microphone. Just introduce yourself and a little about yourself real quick.
Joe Marsh, don't have a radio, don't know a lot. I'm a new technician.
Congratulations.
Jeremy Baus, just passed my tech and general this evening.
Nice. Congratulations. If you don't have a radio, we can fix that, like the gentleman said. All right. And welcome to the club. We prior to COVID, we used to have about 90 people show up to the meetings. We're slowly, gradually getting back up to those numbers. So, and normally we do meet in the craft building, which is a little white building across the roadway. Unfortunately, it has 6 louder air conditioners in it, but in summertime, you got to run them. It gets too warm in Florida. Okay. How many of you guys went to the picnic? Awesome. Okay. Something I mentioned at the picnic, the rest of you all haven't heard this yet. Field Day 2022 is coming up. OARC Board of Directors has decided this year, for the first time in at least recent history that I know of, we'll be assisting Lamar's with their field day. Okay, instead of actually holding our own field day like we have done for many years in the past, Lamar's has been asking for a couple years now, trying to join the two for a field day to bring the clubs closer together. Okay, so this year we have decided to help them do that. I don't have all the details. Full details have not been worked out yet, so I can't give you all the details yet. I know that it's going to be Lamar's field day. OARC is going to help them with field day. Meaning we'll help with setup, we'll help with operations, we'll help with tear down. But everything's going to pretty much go under Lamar's call sign and be reported. It's just something different this year. Next year we probably back to doing OARC's field day as we normally have. May not be here at the fairgrounds, maybe someplace else. Kind of looking for a different location because unfortunately the fairgrounds is not great for RF. For field day weekend, for some reason, we've always had a lot of static and issues with all the high power tension lines around here. So we might look for something different coming 2023. But the Lamar's field day will be at Central Winds Park, which is located at 1000 Central Winds Drive up in Winter Springs. And once I get more information, I'm going to actually meet up with the guys from Lamar's tomorrow night and at their meeting to discuss it a little bit more, get some more details. I'll get information out to the rest of the club. So basically, we're going to assist them with whatever they need as far as setting up, operating. They need operators to help them run a 24-hour operations like we always do. And then tearing down on Sunday. And I'll get more information on how we can get everybody signed up for it and stuff like that tomorrow evening when I talk to the guys from Lamar's. So anyways, that's the information on field day. I know it's coming up next month. It's getting a little bit close. But since we are helping another club, we can get that information out to everybody fairly quickly. And I think they're running a five or six station field day. So, and they usually have a 80 meter, 40 meter, 20 meter, 10 meter setup. Sometimes, okay. CW, digital. Okay. I'm sorry. Good question. I'll tell you in just a second. Michael will look it up real quick. I don't want to say it's always, I always want to sit there and say it's around the last weekend of June, but it's usually the last full weekend of June. Whatever there has to be a Saturday, Sunday involved. So if June ends on a Saturday, it's just not going to be the weekend before. 25th and 26th, June 25th, 26th. Sorry about that. Should have had that information already down. All right, one of the other things I want to talk about real quick, something that is a change coming up to the ARRL North Florida section. The current section manager, Kevin Bess, who's actually a member of our club, has decided not to run for re-election for section manager. Nominations already had to be sent in. If you were interested in running, only one individual did. Scott Roberts, KK4ECR. He's up in Jacksonville area, who is the current PIO for the North Florida section. He did send in a nomination form. He is the only one that sent in the nomination form and has now since been deemed elected because only the deadline has passed. He's the only one that sent it in, qualified, and he has been deemed elected. And he will take over as the North Florida section manager on July the 1st. So he will be coming around. I did talk to Scott back in February or early March at the Bike MS event. He was there helping with that one. He told me about he had been deemed elected at that time, but it had not been officially announced by the ARRL. I don't think it's been officially announced yet by the ARRL, but they did mention it at the Florida Aries meeting this past weekend. So since they kind of released it at that meeting, I thought it was safe enough to go ahead and let you guys know too, if you had not already heard about it. So we'll have a new section manager, and I'm sure Scott will be around at some point to come talk to us. After he gets into office, July 1st, he'll come around sometime after that, I'm pretty sure. And then also at the picnic, a lot of you guys that went to the picnic heard that we presented Jerry Porter. can never always remember his last name for some reason. Jerry, even though I've known him for 30 years, Jerry Porter, KF4ZRN, has now been awarded a life membership of OARC. The board decided last fall to give Jerry a life membership. Jerry's done a lot for the club. He's done a lot for amateur radio in general. He pretty much has worked almost every single event that I can think of that either OARC has hosted or Orange County Aries has hosted. He's been a VE for the team or for the club. He's done VE test sessions for Aries. He's done special events, bike events, and Jerry is like, I think now approaching 90, if not 91 already, and stuff. But he has been awarded life membership, and we did finally get to present it to him at the picnic. He was not at the Christmas party where we normally would have done that. So when you do see Jerry, please congratulate him on his life membership. And the final thing I'm going to talk about real quick, and then I'll let Michael talk about Hamcation. Always like to give you guys the latest and greatest of Hamcation. Is the OARC website, Orlando Amateur Radio Club website. Okay, we've been talking about this for a while. The website is finally being worked on. I've talked to the web developer. He is actually working right now to put it's going to go up in stages, which is also going to include the members only section that has been page marked for quite some time, but it hasn't been activated yet. But currently what he's going to do first for us is he's going to put up the current newsletter online so everybody can see it. If you don't get an email, it'll be up on the website. Plus, we're going to start all the previous newsletters that we have already electronic. The past editions will be archived on the website, so you can go back and look at old editions of the listening post. And that will go up in stages, or that will go up first. Then we'll start working on the back end to get the members only area set up. So that way, what you can then do, this is a kind of an old thing. We're actually it's going to be put up as a PDF, so you can download it if you like and print it. Plus the archived editions will all be up there as PDFs. And then those will be downloadable. So if you wanted to look at it, print it, whatever you wanted to do with it and stuff. I know I have a bunch of archived, since I've been the president of OARC, I have a bunch of them on my computer that I can easily upload. I'm sure I got some other guys out there might have some older editions. Anything I'm missing, I can probably easily get. I know Ed, you probably, ever since you've been in the newsletter, you've kept copies of them. So we'll make sure that all that stuff gets up there and stuff. And then once we get the back end for the members, you'll be able to go online, update any of your own information. If you maybe decide to get a vanity call sign, you can do that and update your vanity call sign so that when we have a current copy of our current information on you, your address changes, your phone number changes, your email address changes, all that stuff you'll be able to update yourself on the website once we get that part built out. Again, it's going to go in stages. It's not all of a sudden going to magically all appear one day. We're going to do it all in stages because the gentleman that does our website still works for a living too. And I've been trying to actually communicate for him for a month. And for some reason, my emails are going to him into a spam bucket. Michael finally sent him an email the other day saying, hey, have you gotten any John's email? He looked in the spam bucket and found him and stuff. So yeah, he's going to get started on that stuff. So you'll start seeing changes. And once those things are updated on the website, we'll definitely get the word out. So that way you can stay in touch with the club or, you know, if you didn't get the copy of the newsletter in your email, you can at least go back and get it off the website and stuff. So look for those changes coming soon. So Michael, getting your notes ready.
All right, everybody hear me? Okay. All right. First, I'd like to thank everybody that came out to the picnic. We had a great turnout, beautiful day. We had lots of good food and prizes. I'd like to thank Anna, Christy, Bob C, Myrna, and everyone that did help out with that. How many people had the chicken that was there? Good, good. It was a good surprise. Anna had an idea to do chicken this year on top of the hot dogs and hamburgers. and she had her sister marinate them overnight for us. So thank her sister also for that. Also, we had a lot of good prizes donated this year and swag stuff. ICOM, Yezu, MFJ, DX Engineering, RT Systems, Tower Electronics, Tornado Alert, Youth on the Air, Signman, Ham Radio Deluxe, all donated something. Also, if you're here tonight, we do have some of the stuff over here. We have some of the pins from RT Systems. We got some of the stuff from ICOM, the stickers, and then some of the band plans and grid charts also. So if you didn't get one at the picnic, you like one, please pick it up there. I do have some more of the band charts and stuff, just let me know. Then after this, I'm actually donating all that stuff to the Boy Scouts for their event coming up toward the end of, I think, this month. 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. So all of it's going to go there for them to give out to the scouts. I thought like somebody was sleeping. All right. Let everybody know I do have some chair and assistant chair positions to get filled on the committee. I am still looking for a public relations / social media chair and a transportation chair. I did have somebody step up to be probably the assistant chair for transportation. So I'm still looking for somebody to be the chair probably. For assistant chairs, I'm looking for awards, assistant chair, special event station, forms, of course, public relations, social media, and publications. So if you're interested in any of these positions, please see me. I can tell you more information about it and exactly what each area does in general. That's all I had.
Okay, there, one other announcement that came out from the ARRL this year. How many of you guys are going to Hamvention in 2 weeks? Possibly, maybe there, Lou? Okay. If you are going to Hamvention, a couple years ago at Hamcation and Hamvention, we had a ARRL events app that was used here at Hamvention. And also the same app was used at Hamcation, I'm sorry, Hamcation here, Hamvention up in Dayton. Then, of course, because of COVID, it went away. They weren't able to get it reactivated in time for Hamcation this year, but they did announce today it's back up and running for Hamvention. So if you are planning on going there, I highly recommend you go to Android store or Android apps or Apple store, or whatever case, wherever ones you have, and look for ARRL events app and download it. Okay. Log into it. You can get a lot of the information that you would normally have to go to their website and look for right on that app. Form schedules, vendor locations, all that type of stuff will all be on that app. So, and look for, more than likely, you'll probably see that at Hamcation next year and stuff. They're going to use it at 2, maybe 3 of the largest Hamfests in the United States, us being one of them. So look for that. That was just announced this morning. At least I saw the Twitter feed come out about it from ARRL, and it's up on their website. I think that's it. If you are going to Hamvention, some of us, there's 4 of us that are going up there to have a booth for Hamcation to start promoting for 2023. Come by and see us. We're at booth 4109, which is in the 4th building. Same booth we've been at for past 3 years, 2 years. Well, back 2019 or 2018, 2019, I think is when we started. 2019 was last time one they had. So we look forward to seeing everybody up there. Come by and see us. Lastly, we'll go around to the board members real quick. Any announcements they might have, and then club updates, after which we'll go to a break. And then the presentation tonight is the death of the RS-232 port. Welcome to land-based integration. Michael Walker will be joining us via Zoom and do the presentation. We are still going to use Zoom for presentation purposes. We can still bring a bigger variety of presentations by using Zoom still, but we are wanting everybody to start coming back to the meetings in person and stuff. So anyways, let's go around to the board members first. Michael, anything? Anna? Dean, since you're right there? Nope. Bobbin? Okay. Let's see who else we have. Bob C? Ed? Nope. Got to look around, make sure I look at the right people. James? Good? All right, Frank? Nope. Dean, Dean, you didn't have anything, right? I think I mentioned, okay. All right, let's go around the club updates real quick. Anybody from QCWA? You'll come up front. There's the microphone.
Thank you. QCWA meets the second Thursday of the month at Perkins on 434 in Winter Springs, about a block east of HRO. It is kind of a social club. It's 1 o'clock, if I didn't mention that. And we just spend a couple hours enjoying our fellowship.
Okay, Lamar's?
All set? Hi, I'm Jim Robar, KB2CUX, Vice President of Lamar's. Tomorrow night, we have Dr. Bob Heil. For some members here, or maybe many, he was here on Zoom November, this past fall. For people that haven't seen him, I don't know, Bob is what, 80-ish? 80-ish?
Yes.
He's a senior ham, but boy, I tell you, that guy loves amateur radio, and it really shows. I do have some cards here with the addresses. We're in Winter Springs on 434 with our meetings. It's tomorrow night at 7:30, same as this. Also, we have a longtime member in Lamar's, Mike Welch. And I know some folks here know Mike, others don't. But I brought a big poster board that I folded in half with his name on it. Mike will be 83 years old in or the 10th of May here coming up. Mike is in a rehab center with hospice called in. He's getting thinner and thinner every day. So even if you don't know Mike, if you're a ham, even if you're not a ham, please sign the card for him. We'll take the card here in a day or two. I think I'll take it Friday morning probably to see him, but he'll appreciate it. So, but if you have any questions with Lamar's or anything, give me a yell. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll do CERT. Mike Bivens. We are recording it. So there could be a recording pop up on YouTube in the future.
Orlando CERT is going to have its own face-to-face meeting in person at the Orlando EOC not this coming, but one of these Tuesdays, the 17th, which is what, 2 Tuesdays from now. So Orlando CERT, for those who don't know, we're basically call ourselves kind of like the eyes and ears for the city of Orlando. In a event, natural catastrophe, we get called up. We have a ham in the EOC, and those that are living in the neighborhoods, radio in issues, trees down, power down, things of that nature. In case the 911 system gets overwhelmed. And our first meeting, hopefully with our EOC director, will be there on the 17th. So mark your calendars.
All right, Clark, come to CERT. Nothing? Okay. I was looking around. I thought I saw you guys here. All right, Bobbin, CFRA.
Is this thing on? Okay. I'm Bob W4 KBW, president of the Central Florida Repeater Association. It's a small club. We got about 20 active members. We meet every last Wednesday of the month at Perkins and Winter Park, the corner of Forsyth University. We start getting there around 6-ish, but John and Mike will get there about 4 o'clock to make sure they're still there. And we just eat, and about 7 o'clock we'll have a small impromptu meeting, and we just have a little more rag chew, pay our bills, and go home. Repeaters downtown Orlando, about 250 some odd feet up, corner of around I-4 and Colonial, 443.075. It's analog and Yaesu Fusion. Membership is $12 per year. If you and your spouse are both hams, it's $18 for the pair. That's about it.
All right, radio scouting, Ken.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ken Lyons. I run the radio scouting program for Central Florida Council. And for the ARRL, I run 5 different states with 500,000 scouts under it. My job is to make sure my counterparts are doing their jobs and offering programs. In just over 8 days, we have the largest program we've ever done. They are doing the 100th anniversary of scouting in Florida. They've invited scouts from Miami to Jacksonville. We've already got 5,000 scouts prepaid for their food meals, and we're looking up to 20,000 scouts total. Our normal large events are 2,000 scouts. This is already triple what we've done in the past. I was told to have every radio game we have. So we'll be doing CW testing where they'll be doing different games back and forth. We have Lego build. I need bodies. I need volunteers. Whether you can do 3 or 4 hours, just come on out, show the scouts how to do different things. As of Monday, I was told that the ISS will be passing 4 times during the entire event. And they said, it'd be great if we can actually talk to them or try to get a hold of them. The Orlando Astronomy Club is actually putting out some telescopes. So they're going to do a live feed to the big projection because they'll be setting up a large projection screen and having a stage. We'll be broadcasting all the events on GMRS throughout the entire area. So a nice little simulcast for the entire thing. So that way, every scout in the entire 2,000-acre complex will be able to listen to what's going on no matter where they're at. If you are interested in helping out, we also need donations for different prizes and things. Again, we have 5,000 scouts that will be playing different games. We want to have them as captive audience for about 20 minutes. Our job is to try and bring a little bit of the technology to spark their imagination. How many of you remember seeing radios when you were 5, 6, 7 years old? This is the impression we're going to give them. So we're not going to get them licensed tomorrow, but we might get them licensed in 5 years. Our youngest technician is 6. Our youngest general is 13. So we have the potential to get thousands of scouts licensed in the next couple of years, but we have to present a nice program for them, and we have to have the people to help run the program. So if anyone is available to volunteer, come see me later.
Ken, just in case, you want to give out your contact email or something? You want the microphone?
The easiest way to reach me is by email. My call sign, kn4mdj.com is the website, and kn4mdj@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to contact me. You can also just search for Radio Scouting Ken, and you'll find me.
And one more time, what weekend is it?
The 13th, 14th, and 15th. So 8 days from now.
Okay. All right. Shriners, did you have anything, Rod? And look and see where I was at on the paper.
Hi, everybody. I finally made it in person. I'm Rod Cavan with the Shriners Amateur Radio Unit in, Orlando, technically, but we're almost in Apopka at a new building. Our tailgate will be the first weekend in November. I think that's the 5th. And we're starting just a little later this year, try to avoid that. The last 2 years, we had droopy weather in the morning, and by the time 8 o'clock rolled around, the sun was out bright, and half the people decided to stay home because of the rain. So it's going to be at 8:30 or 8 this year. And it will last till about noon. So I'll remind you as time gets closer. Thank you very much.
All right. Appreciate it, Rod. Florida Week Signal. George.
At the last meeting, I did mention that we're going to have the Flaws meeting at my house this Saturday, but it has been postponed till August. Had a lot of conflicts with a lot of things going on, so I decided just go ahead and push it out. April the 12th, we lost the portion of the 3 gig band, so we had to turn the beacon off. And with the opportunity, if you want to call it an opportunity, that we lost the frequency. We have a portion of it at a lower frequency, but everything's up in the air. We don't know where we're going to put the beacons or anything, but anyway, there's been a big shift. We were too close to the edge of the new cell frequencies that they were going to use for G5. And so we postponed that. And while I was up there, I went ahead and pulled the power supply. So if anybody was looking for other beacons, I did post it. Those beacons were turned off. I left the 432 and the 1296, but last night, I think the 432 went off. So it's just the 1296. And I know what happened. It's just something I goofed up on. So that took the 432 off. The power supply that I pulled has been modified. It has been repaired, put back it together, and it's just a matter of going up and putting the beacons back on. And that should be sometime next week, we hope. And all of them be back on except for the 5 and the 3. Just for your information, the 5 and 3 were in the same box. When we take the 3 out, the 5 went away at the same time. So the 5 will not come back for a while as well. So that's the status of that. Most of the beacons will be back on. The ones you liked the best, the 2, the 6, 222. For those people that do have some activity there, that'll be back. And 1296, and it's a shame we lost 3. That's going to affect some mesh people in the future. That was going to be one of the frequencies going to move to because 2 gigs getting really, really busy. And I think that's about all I've got for this.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. Anybody from AMSAT? Lara, Lake Amherst Radio? Similarities? Come on up, Frank. Or you want anything? You want to mention anything?
Hi, my name's Frank Tagliani. I'm the Vice President of Seminole County Aries. The big thing that we're preparing for now is Red Hot and Boom in Seminole County at Cranes Roost in Altamont Springs on July 3rd. If any of you have volunteered for me at Hamcation Security, it's a lot more fun because there's fireworks at the end, but it's pretty much the same stuff. So if you're interested, we meet on the 3rd Thursday of the month at the Seminole County Sheriff's Office every Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on 147.090 megahertz is our net. So please join us and think about Red Hot and Boom. Thanks.
Okay, there's only 2 differences between Red Hot and Boom and Hamcation. 1, Hamcation is usually a lot cooler. 2, Red Hot and Boom blows up things after the show or after everything's done. So they get to have more fun with the pyrotechs. All right, let's see who we have left. Anybody from Osceola areas? Yeah, you're right. That was several years ago. Okay, Orange County areas. I don't recall what the program is tonight. Dean, do you remember what's coming up? I know Rick told us. I don't remember. It's coming up this coming Monday night at the Orange County Emergency Operations Center, which is at on Amory Court over in East Winter Park, or it's east side of Winter Park, University 436 area. Meeting starts at 7 o'clock. If you're interested, if you're already not a member of Aries and you're interested, see me. I'll give you information so that we can get you see myself or see Rick. Rick, hold your hand up, Rick. Just hold your hand up. You're getting volunteered, okay, or voluntold. See Rick or myself for information on Aries, and we'll get you that information so that way you can join and also get information about how to get to the Emergency Operations Center. That's all on the club updates. We'll go ahead and take our break now. We'll go ahead and take a break till about 8:20, say about 10, maybe 10, 12 minutes. And then afterwards, I'll have Ed come up and Ed will introduce our presenter, which hopefully will be online by then. I think we're interrupting a hockey game, he said tonight, but he said he'll join anyways. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. All right, Michael, if you can hear us, we are doing our break real quick, and we'll be coming back in about 5 or 6 minutes to you.
sizing and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking,
We're going to get started in about 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes. All right, folks, we're going to get started. If you'll have your seats or take your seats, wherever the case might be. Oh, I found some donuts. Somebody's going to lose their donuts. We don't control it. It's all done by remote now. Open the door. That's why we like it better over here in this building. Much easier to hear people. All right, everybody, if you have a seat so we can get started. Don't want to take up too much time. All right, gentlemen, we're getting ready. Ladies, gentlemen, we're getting ready to get started. We'll have Ed come up and introduce our presenter. Michael, are you able to hear us? I think hopefully he's able to hear us. All right, Ed.
I can hear you. I can hear you now. I was waiting for you, but it was me. My apologies.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much for agreeing to make a presentation to our club meeting. This is our monthly meeting. And Michael Walker, VA3 MW, joins us from the Canadian state of Ontario, where he started his ham radio journey. Getting into ham radio as a kid, Michael's interest in amateur radio and technology led him through a technical career, and now he's widely known as Flex Radio's inside salesperson. He's a frequent guest host of Ham Radio Workbench podcast. Michael will take it away.
Well, thanks for having me, and it's good to be here. How come you guys aren't watching the hockey game? But anyway, I'm definitely like, I want to make sure you can hear me. Okay, so
Here you
all
go.
the audio good? No problem? Good.
Sounds
And I'm a co-host, am I?
You should.
Should be. And I don't think I've got any audio on this one. So we're going to talk about today. First off, I work at Flex Radio. I started in inside sales, although my career for many years had to do with computers, data protection, data recovery, and just making sure things worked in a couple of different areas. Ham radio has played a significant part in just about every one but 9 jobs. Even though I got my ticket when I was 14, it seemed to open the door to every other job I've ever had. And I thought that's something, if you're empowering new people to today, that this is still pretty powerful. And it's been cool. Retired, and of course I'm too busy to actually. I look forward to working Flex Radio for quite a while, and that comes with all the cool stuff, and it comes with all the not so cool stuff sometimes. So
Hey, Michael,
I'm
hold on
sort
1 second. We're having a
of
little.
it. Now bear with me to my screens here, because
We're might have to switch to a different internet connection. Give us 1 second. If we lose you, you might have to reconnect. Give me.
well, you won't lose me. You'll just have to come back into the room. Yeah, I can see you guys pixelating, so